Hello and welcome to the Property News here on Magic Bricks. Now, I'm Krishna Kumar. Let's take a look at the top stories that we're tracking. Karnataka burns over the Kaveri water dispute. Mandya near Bengaluru comes to a grinding halt as public anger spills onto the streets. Schools shut down for 2 days and transport services along the Tamil Nadu-Karnataka border are suspended. Even as the Kaveri protests snowball, Karnataka's Chief Minister Siddaramaiah calls for an all-party meeting. All eyes now on the head of the state. Smart Gurgaon plan on the fast track. Gurgaon Development Authority takes shape with the promise of faster approvals and speedy execution of infrastructure projects. Meanwhile, Pune's Mayor Prashant Jagtap goes door to door. Find out what exactly is bothering Punekars. Let's kick things off then with our big debating focus. Massive protests have erupted over the Supreme Court's direction to release Kaveri water to Tamil Nadu. Buses and vehicles have been halted at Hosur border in Karnataka over the dispute. Our correspondent Pooja Prasanna gets us this ground report. Take a look.
Kaveri has always been a very emotive issue as far as Mandya is concerned because this is where the Kaveri, this is the heartland of Kaveri Basin, and every time for the last few decades when there has been a dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu as far as Kaveri is concerned, the protests, this is the epicenter of those protests. And right behind me, as you can see, effigies of politicians being burnt, not just politicians of Tamil Nadu, but even state politicians. They have raised slogans against them, especially the Chief Minister, saying that their causes have not been represented by the state politicians either with the centre or at the Supreme Court. Here in Mandya today, schools and colleges have been closed. Most of the shops have been shut, and buses plying from Mysore to Bangalore have also been stopped. Several roadblocks have been created between Mysore and Bangalore, and here protesters tell us that if they do not see support from people in Bengaluru, then they will even actually stop water supply from Mandya to Bangalore. Not just this, they're saying that they will also lay siege to the reservoirs of Kaveri, the closest being the KRS, which is close to Mandya in Mysore district.
This government does not care. They don't respect the neighboring states. That is the problem. They should have gone, by this time, they should have gone and met the officials or the ministers of Karnataka government and ensure that water is released.
So now that the Supreme Court has given an order and there is some kind of opposition from the Karnataka side because they have called an all-party meeting. There is no intention of releasing the water.
You are right. When you try to sensationalize issues, when you are fighting for water, they are fighting for their water. So when the government, what the government should have done without creating much of sensitivity in the people, they should have discussed and got relief. But when you make it a public issue, then we are bound to receive opposition. That is what is happening now.
As a district in charge minister of Mandya, I am telling that no point. We have been spoken to all leaders of Mandya district, cutting across the party line, requested them to maintain very peace, and every small incident will backlash us in the adjacent district and the state, even in Bangalore city, and we are very much alert. The entire police team is alert on this aspect.
We are suffering scarcity and we are facing a severe drought situation in Karnataka, and in Kaveri Basin also severe drought situation, and even regarding there is no water for our lands, our farmers. How we can give water to the Tamil Nadu people for their crop? Even there is a scarcity of the water for the drinking purpose also. So these all facts has to be noticed in the Supreme Court argument, but there is a lacuna in our arguments, I think so. So I insist the state government to approach the Honorable Supreme Court for reviewing the order of the Honorable Supreme Court, and there is no possibility at all for the release of the water to the Tamil Nadu.
The government is aware that there is a protest from Mandya and in other places also. because they are disturbed with the judgment of the Supreme Court. We know that the Supreme Court is the highest court in the country. We have to oblige, but at the same time we have to convince the supervisory committee. The matter is going before the supervisory committee. We have to convince that. My appeal to the public is that don't resort to agitation or anything, and keep calm. And we will make all efforts to protect the interests of the farmers.
Now, the Kaveri dispute actually dates back over 100 years. It was first triggered when the princely state of Mysore wanted to build a dam over the Kaveri river, and the Madras presidency objected to it. Here is Aishwarya Paliwal getting us a quick recap of the Kaveri dispute down the years.
This 765-kilometer long river is at the root of one of the longest running disputes in India. Originating at the Talakaveri in Karnataka, this river flows through Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry, and all the states claim the waters as their own. Not surprisingly, decisions on water distribution are construed as the success or failure of the respective governments. But the dispute can be traced back to the 19th century, when the princely state of Mysore wanted to build a dam across the Kaveri and the Madras presidency objected to it. India became independent, but this dispute was not resolved. The Supreme Court directed the centre to create a tribunal to resolve the dispute in 1990, and the Kaveri Water Disputes Tribunal was set up. After 17 years of heated arguments, the tribunal gave its award in 2007, upholding Tamil Nadu's share of the Kaveri waters as laid down in the agreements of 1892 and 1924. Today's outpouring of public anger is of course linked to the award of 15,000 cusecs of water for 10 days to Tamil Nadu. At the root of the dispute is Tamil Nadu's claim that Karnataka's dams on the river hold back more water than they should and stop it from flowing down. Karnataka argues that Tamil Nadu has not only been usurping more water, but even wasting it with unscientific agricultural methods, letting a good amount of it flow into the sea. Tamil Nadu contends that this quantity is still falling short by around 35,000 million cubic feet. Karnataka maintains that its reservoirs have only 51,000 million cubic feet of water, and releasing any more of it to Tamil Nadu will leave its own paddy crops dry and deprive Bengaluru and 2 other towns of drinking water. If this dispute doesn't stop here, activists in Karnataka have called for a state-wise bandh on September 9. Bureau Report, Magic Bricks Now.
And the war over the Kaveri River is the big debate tonight on the Urban Debate right here on Magic Bricks Now with Magic Bricks Now's editor Faye D'Souza. Hashtag Kaveri protests a 100-year-old dispute. Why can't states solve water wars? A 100-year-old dispute disrupts life again. That is the big debate tonight at 8 p.m. on the Urban Debate right here on Magic Bricks Now. You do not want to miss that one. Away from that big story, Millennium City Gurgaon finally gets its own development authority as the government works out the final contours of the Gurgaon Development Authority or GDA. Deepa Arora gets us more details on how the GDA will affect life in Gurgaon.
The Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has announced setting up of Gurgaon Development Authority with an initial corpus fund of rupees 500 crores. Now this particular organization is going to be headed by the Chief Minister and an executive officer like the Additional Secretary who is going to be the signing authority. This particular organization is going to be city-centric, is going to be based in Gurgaon, and all the other state organizations including Huda, Municipal Corporation as well as District, Town and Country Planning are going to report to GDA. Another important point to note over here is that the municipal polls are going to be held only after the GDA is set up. Also, the infrastructure projects including the Delhi-Jaipur Expressway, IFCO Chowk Flyover, the South Peripheral Road and North Peripheral Road approvals are also going to be given by GDA. Also the real estate projects which are there, the building approvals and environmental clearances are also going to be given by GDA, and therefore it's also going to save time, as the tedious process of sending files to all the way to Chandigarh headquarters is going to be cut down, and now only the city-centric organization is going to be approving all of these approvals. Therefore it's going to help in faster approvals and faster pace of work, and all in all improve the quality of life of people in the Gurgaon region.
Shifting focus then, solving the average Punekar's civic issues and ensuring that they don't hesitate while asking for help is the message that the city's mayor Prashant Jagtap has for the city. In a recent initiative, the mayor organized a citizen engagement drive for 2 weeks from Lohegaon to Tingre Nagar, where citizens could interact directly with the administrative heads and lodge their complaints. We have Ruchitesh Pandey, who caught up with the mayor and began by asking him about this brand new initiative. Take a look.
आइडिया काफ़ी दिन से मेरे चल रही थी कि ऐसा कुछ एक प्रोग्राम लेकर मैं पूना वालों के हर एरिया में जाऊँ। पूना में जो एक ऐसा प्लेस है कि जहाँ पर कभी लोगों को पीएमसी हमारे बारे में कुछ सोच रही है, हमारे बारे में कुछ हो रहा है, इसके बारे में लोगों में कुछ दुविधा है, उनके पास जाकर पहुँचो और उनके सारे जो प्रॉब्लम्स है वो क्लियर करने की कोशिश करूँ। कॉन्सेप्ट हमारी ऐसी है कि एज ए मेयर मैं, हमारे उस एरिया के डिप्टी कमिश्नर, हमारे असिस्टेंट कमिश्नर और सारे जो हमारे डिपार्टमेंट है उनका स्टाफ, हम लोग सारे जाकर पब्लिक को एड्रेस करते, हर एरिया से वहाँ पे लोग आ जाते, छोटे छोटे सवाल से लेकर बड़े सवाल तक, जो पीएमसी जिस काम में अभी तो कुछ काम नहीं कर पाई, जो प्रॉब्लम्स है उस पर अभी तो कुछ हल नहीं निकला, वो सारे प्रॉब्लम्स लोगों के वहाँ पर सामने आए। जैसे कहीं पर 6-6 महीने से पानी की दुविधा थी, पानी की समस्या थी, मेयर को सारे अधिकार है, मेयर कमिश्नर या बाकी सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स को इस बारे में सूचित कर सकता है कि ये काम मुझे फलाना दिन में चाहिए, मुझे अगले 5 दिन में आपको ये काम कर दिखाना है, उसमें रिजल्ट देना है। मुझे खुशी हुई कि दूसरे दिन लोगों के मैसेजेस आने चालू हुए कि बाबा ये आपका वाटर डिपार्टमेंट को आपने जो आदेश दिए हुए थे, आपने जो उनको सूचित किया, दूसरे दिन हमारा प्रॉब्लम क्लियर हुआ। कोई सिटीजन को मैं हमेशा बोलना चाहूँगा, ये जो सिस्टम आज जो चल रही है गवर्नमेंट की, कोई एक कॉमन मैन को, हर सिटीजन को ऐसे लगता है कि कोई पॉलिटिशियन, कोई गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स क्लियर नहीं कर सकती। ये सारे ये दूरियां मिटाने की मेरी कोशिश है।
तो आपने अभी प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में बहुत बात की, स्पेशली वाटर प्रॉब्लम्स को लेके आपने बहुत बात की, तो अगर आप मुझे बता सकते हैं कि इन 15 दिनों में आपको सबसे सीवियर प्रॉब्लम्स कौन से नोटिस में आए हैं?
सीवियर प्रॉब्लम जैसे कि हमारा आउटस्कर्ट वाला एरिया जो है, पूना आउटस्कर्ट में जब बढ़ा 97 के बाद, वहाँ पर पानी की समस्या ज़्यादातर दिखाई दी। जो अभी गए 10 महीनों के हमारा एक दिन एवरी अल्टरनेट डे पानी था, डैम में पानी की कमी थी, उस वजह से वो प्रॉब्लम्स आए। जैसे हमारे काफ़ी पुराने व्हीकल्स सारे रोड्स पर, या जो अच्छे एरियाज़ है, जो मेन चौक्स है, वहाँ पर ये सारी गाड़ियाँ हमें दिखाई दी थी। सारे पुणे में जहाँ पर ऐसे पुराने व्हीकल्स जो सालों साल वहाँ पर पड़े हुए, जो कोई ऑक्शन भी नहीं कर रहा है, ना ही वहाँ पे रोड की जो दिक्कत हो रही है या ट्रैफिक की समस्या हो रही है उसके खिलाफ, उसके बारे में कोई सोच रहा है, तो हमने वो ड्राइव लेने की अभी वहाँ पे घोषणा की। और 16 सितंबर से हम लोग ये सारे ये जो पुराने व्हीकल्स है, जो नॉन यूज़ है, वो सारे हम लोग जब्त करवा के पीएमसी के एक हमारा प्लॉट है वहाँ पे डंप करेंगे।
Mumbaikars, your daily commute in the city of Mumbai could become faster and smoother very soon. The Niti Aayog has okayed the ambitious Virar-Panvel link and has given its nod to several projects under the Mumbai Urban Transport Project Phase 3. Now, even as Mumbai Railway Vikas Corporation awaits the cabinet nod, the preparations are indeed underway. And we have Amita Balachandra, who spoke with Prabhat Sahai, Chairman and Managing Director of Mumbai Railway Vikas Corporation. And she began by asking him about the Mumbai Urban Transport Project Phase 3. Listen to what he had to say.
Mumbai Urban Transport Project Phase 3, the proposal has been sent to Ministry. Niti Aayog has given its in-principle approval, and they have also given the appraisal note. After that, we'll be doing a meeting of the expanded board of railways and then seeking approval from the cabinet. Once the sanction comes from the cabinet, the bidding processes for the various works sanctioned under MUTP 3 will start.
There's also the largest suburban rail network from Virar to Vasai to Panvel. Tell us about that. What is the completion date you are looking at for this project?
This project, we are looking at 1 year of preparatory time and plus 5 years of completion. It is a 75-kilometer long suburban corridor starting from Virar and ending at Panvel, going along the existing route from Vasai to Panvel, which is the mainline route.
Okay. I would also want to know about the two elevated corridors that you're planning. What are the completion timelines that you're looking at, and in terms of funding, if you could just tell us a little bit.
The first corridor is CSTM to Panvel. It's a fast corridor. This will cost around 15,000 crores, and Government of Maharashtra and Ministry of Railways will share the cost of the project 50-50. That means 7,500 crores each. This proposal has been sent by us to Ministry of Railways, who in turn will now approach Niti Aayog for their in-principle approval and appraisal of the project.
Okay. Also, what is the progress on MUTP 2 phase 2 at the moment?
MUTP 2A will be over by March 2017. Under MUTP 2B, there are 4 projects. One is extension of harbour line from Andheri to Goregaon, which MRVC is executing. There are certain land acquisition issues involved in that project, and we expect to complete that after 6 months after the land acquisition issues are sorted out. Now, I am hoping that those issues will be sorted out by end of October.
Away from that, on to some hot property news. Then Tata Group-owned Taj Maan Singh will go under the hammer. The Delhi High Court dismissed the Tata Group's Indian hotel company's plea to renew its license for the luxury hotel. Indian Hotels Company is the current operator of the property. Now, the court has ruled in favor of the New Delhi Municipal Corporation, or the NDMC. Taj Maan Singh was caught up in a dispute with the NDMC over license-related issues. According to the High Court, the partnership between NDMC and IHC, or Indian Hotels Company, was not a joint venture, and they didn't share any profits and losses, and that the relationship shared by NDMC and IHC was of licensor and licensee. After Hotel Connaught and Le Méridien, Taj Maan Singh is the third luxury hotel against which the NDMC has won a license-related dispute. Away from that, now just yesterday we told you about how Ganesh Chaturthi is being celebrated in Mumbai. Now let's take you across to Pune, the cultural capital of the state of Maharashtra. Ruchi Deshpande gets us a glimpse of the festivities in Pune. Take a look.
As you can see behind me, there are a lot of devotees that are very enthusiastic to just get a glimpse of the most famous and the most commercial Ganpati Pandal in the city of Pune. We are talking about none other than Srimanta Dagdushed Halwai. Now, this Ganpati idol is insured for a whopping 10 million rupees, and even though it sees crowds across the rest of the days of the year, these 10 days are the prime days where the most enthusiastic of the devotees come from across India just to pay their respects and to worship Srimanta Dagdushed Halwai, which is again the idol behind me. Apart from this, in the city of Pune, there are about 5 Manache Ganpatis, that are 5 pandals that see the most crowd during these 10 days of Ganesh Utsav, some of them being in Kesriwada as well as Tulsi Bagh. So this is the time when you will see Pune being the most populated with a lot of devotees here just to catch a glimpse of their favorite Ganpati.
Ruchi Deshpande, they're getting us the idea of the Ganpati festivities as far as Pune is concerned. And if you are in Mumbai and are driving around, dreading the prospect of it all, this update is for you, as families in Maximum City bid goodbye to their Ganeshas. Expect traffic snarls all across the city. Our latest check shows that you can expect heavy traffic at Lalbagh and Sion. No surprises over there. Visarjan points include the Gurgaon Chowpatty, Dadar Chowpatty, Juhu and the Western Express Highway will also be problem areas, so try to stay as indoors as possible. And we leave you with this thought-provoking tweet from none other than Mumbai's top cop, Didi Patsalgirkar himself. He asks, drums or eardrums? Decide. Moving on to interiors, our interior designer this week, Ipsit and Rika, give you tips for decorating office spaces. Take a look.
Now, Rika, as Anirudh told us that he didn't want any cubicles in his office. So how did you go about organizing the workspace for him in that case?
So we broke the space down into informal meeting and working spaces. There's the sofa and lounge area behind us, which allows for a sit-down coffee meet, and you discuss scripts, you talk to writers, that sort of a thing. The space on my left, the little niche here, is basically like a one-man working space. Maybe someone can sit in front of you, you can discuss over a laptop. And then there's the high bar here, or the high community table, where people sit around.
Also, the floor is very unconventional. It's not the regular floors that we usually see. It's very rugged. So that goes with the whole industrial theme that you were trying to have in this office?
It was also a functional thing as well, because we know the kind of rough usage this floor would get. Also, it was partly a design feature. We wanted to keep that sort of industrial look as well, but more of the bare shell, like the bare shell of the space. We didn't want to disturb it too much.
I feel the element that best represents the whole industrial feel that you were trying to achieve is the ceiling. You actually left it bare.
We didn't do much to the ceiling. We left the bare slab as is, except that we gave it a coat of paint. And even the AC duct is left exposed. It gives it a slightly more machine aesthetic. And as you can see, the lights are just bare tube lights strung in a line, suspended by simple aluminium chains. I think it streamlines the whole space down.
It sort of tones it down.
Tones it down.
Now, we've already talked about two kinds of surfaces. One is the ceiling, the other one being the floor. Coming to the wall, you've given that also an interesting touch. Tell us about the paint that you've used and how have you achieved this texture?
So it's actually not just the paint. The wall surface itself is packaging board, or it's what you actually get your container units in. So we've sort of painted that grey, and it's achieved this sort of texture along with it. So we've left the texture bare into the thing, and it helps. It's not a flat grey then. So that's that.
And the paint has a very matte finish to it. So is there a particular kind of paint that you've used?
Well, it's a simple, it's your normal wall luster paint that we've used.
Now, Rika, what is the purpose of those ropes hanging out from there?
So those are actually handles. And this is a storage unit. So we took advantage of the thickness of the wall. So where it's not a niche to sit in, it becomes a little hideaway storage unit.
Okay. So you sort of concealed it by using the same paint?
Yes, the same paint.
Well, Rika, after that brief overview of each section in the space, let's get into the details a bit. Starting with the informal area, how have you, sort of got that space together by the use of furniture and colors?
We've designed most of the furniture, chosen the upholstery with Ashwin and Anirudh. They wanted the space to have this young, quirky kind of upholstery. So not go too corporate, but still have sober colors. That would be easier for them to maintain in the long run. And you see the wall at the far end, the niche wall, that actually is a divider between this workspace and their little cabin at the back. It also doubles up as little storage, and you can put your little trophies there, put your little knickknacks there. It sort of breaks the volume down a bit instead of having a flat wall. So this is the community table. They wanted a high bar, so they could even stand and look at a laptop if someone was working around it.
So Rika, after having looked at this, I want to check out more. What do you think is waiting for us next?
So behind this wall, we have the screening room. Should we go in and see it?
Sure. So Rika, this is the place where they screen movies.
Since it's a screening room, we had to take care of acoustics. So we've made the wall really thick, and to use that in a double way, we've also created storage and places for people to sit in. So this could accommodate, as you can see, the sofa is already there, but this could also accommodate a person who wants to lie down, stretch out up there or behind us. And it also doubles up as an acoustic purpose because it's soft upholstery, it's resine, so it also absorbs sound. To get to the niches here, we've given these sort of pipe ladders that are painted black. And outside we have those little, those niches in the walls which you can climb up with a little railing on the side. This room is also used for auditions. So it's also to, not have such a formal environment and a forbidding environment when someone comes in for a first time environment. So it's sort of like
eases them
down. So in the conference room, if you noticed also the table has a sort of framework in this tessellated geometry. We've taken the same sort of plan of the table and mirrored it for the light. So it's sort of they mirror each other. So when you put the light on and you have the table alone, it sort of forms like a frame on its own.
And with that, it's a wrap here on this edition of the Property News and Magic Bricks Now. Thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.